Hi guys, it's Claire, and today we're going to be talking about the first page of your sketchbook. So here I have the notes written down for this video. I've never taken notes before on talking points, but I thought maybe it would keep me a little bit more on track. So today we're going to be talking about the first page of your sketchbook, and this is something that I have been encountering a lot recently because I bought a lot of sketchbooks recently, and every time I finish one and I go to open a new one to start a new one, I always have this fear and this anxiety because I open the sketchbook and then it's just that first blank page and I'm like, oh no, what am I gonna do? Because I want to make the first page really good and, you know, really pleasing, and like whenever someone first opens a sketchbook, they're like, wow, this person's so amazing. And I think in the back of my mind I always have that, you know, I want this to be an amazing sketchbook tour whenever I do, you know, do a sketchbook tour of this sketchbook, which doesn't help, and it's really counterproductive, and it doesn't help you at all in actually drawing and getting better, which is the point of a sketchbook. Today I thought I'd talk about why the first page of your sketchbook does not have to be perfect, and tips to help you get started on that first page, the first drawing, whatever you want it to be, and hopefully it'll be helpful. I hope it will, because I know this is like a struggle that a lot of artists have when they get a new sketchbook. The first tip for figuring out something to draw for your first page is just go back to your roots, go back to whatever you like to draw the most. Like, take a second and think, what do I always draw when I'm bored, or when I just want to practice a lot, or I'm drawing when I'm listening to an audiobook or something? What do you always draw? For me, it's female faces or like figures. That's what I always draw, and there's nothing wrong with just sketching a bunch on the first page. That's almost all of my sketchbooks have like some different faces on the first page, and I think it looks pretty good. I mean, it's a sketchbook, so you're trying to practice a lot to get better, so you might as well practice something that you already like to practice and you're trying to get better at because you know you like to draw that thing. I suggest not attempting to draw something that you never draw just because you think it would look cool, because if you don't have a lot of practice with drawing something, you'll try to draw on the first page and you only have one attempt, you only have one page to draw it on, and then you might mess up something, and then you might really not like that page of that sketchbook, and then it might ruin the whole sketchbook for you because you're like, wow, I attempted something really cool and I failed, and now I don't even want to look at that sketchbook, which has happened to me before. But a really important thing to remember is one drawing does not ruin a sketchbook. One bad drawing, it doesn't ruin a sketchbook. You're gonna have it, if you don't have at least 50 bad drawings in a sketchbook, you're probably doing it wrong, because a sketchbook, you're supposed to draw, you're supposed to experiment, and you're supposed to practice. And if you decide to attempt like a really like big drawing or a cool drawing that you're not really sure about on the first page, and it doesn't turn out like, you know, exactly correct or however you want it to be, it's still good that you attempted it because you were practicing. And if you're practicing, the next time you try to draw something like that, it will be 10 times better. Another idea I have is to pick a theme for your sketchbook, or a medium that you're gonna do, or some kind of, you know, idea that like kind of encompasses all of the drawings in your sketchbook, and that is to either pick a medium or choose something that you're going to draw over and over again. You could pick like, I'm only going to draw pencils in this sketchbook, or I'm only going to do watercolors in this sketchbook, or instead you could be like, okay, I'm only going to draw dudes in this sketchbook, or I'm only going to draw scenery in this sketchbook. The first page you can just do something around that theme, and then it's a little bit easier to decide what you're going to draw. I think it could be really fun to pick a theme for your sketchbook, but I would caution you, don't be really strict about the theme. Like, if you have that sketchbook and it's like a pencil sketchbook, but you don't have any pencils for some reason, and you have a pen nearby and you just start doodling on, don't beat yourself up about that. One of my most recent sketchbooks that I've started, I was gonna do references of faces in it, like you know, like models and stuff like that, and that was all I was gonna do, and then now I'm drawing pelvises and spines and rib cages in instead, because I'm now dedicating that sketchbook to anatomy. So I try, like, at first I was like, I don't wanna ruin my reference drawing of models and stuff to put like a bunch of weird anatomy stuff in it, but then I was like, I want to learn anatomy so I can actually draw stuff well. Don't make rules for yourself that make it inconvenient to draw. Like, it's a really bad idea, and I've done that before, and it's just really counterproductive. If you're gonna do a big illustration or something really detailed in the first page, please sketch it out first with a light pencil. Don't just go going with a pen or watercolor or whatever you like to draw with. And if you do like drawing with pencil, then just make sure you can erase it, because if you want it to be, you know, perfect, which don't try to make it perfect because that's not the point of a sketchbook, but if you're trying to make it look good, always sketch it out first and you'll save yourself a ton of time and you know, and stress and stuff later, because you have the basics in place and you can erase the bones of the illustration if you want to change something before you go in and like kind of complete it. My last tip is just don't stress about your sketchbook and, you know, have fun. Your sketchbook is not supposed to be a place where you make perfect drawings. It's a place where you draft out drawings. It's a place to practice, not make perfect drawings. So yeah, just don't stress out about it and just try to draw as much as possible, because drawings is what makes you better, not like one perfect piece. So just keep drawing and try to fill up that sketchbook as fast as you can, because that's the best way to improve. I hope that you found this helpful. I know it seemed a little bit like, oh, you need to not make it perfect at all, or you know, but you know, you can do whatever you want with your sketchbook. It's your sketchbook, but the main thing is just start drawing in it, because you know, if you get a sketchbook, you should definitely draw in it, and don't let the first page, you know, scare you away from starting. Yeah, I think that's all I have to say about that. I was thinking of doing video for your last page of your sketchbook, which for me is a lot harder to finish, because like I get a lot more emotional and stressed out about the last page than the first page, and it's hard for me to like implement this advice for the last page. Might make a video for that. If you're new, you can consider subscribing, because I'm going to be uploading more art and story and visual storytelling and all that good stuff, related kind of videos. That's what I'm doing on this channel. And yeah, I think that's all I had to say about that. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you later. Bye.